Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's just Rhonda. It's just kind of cold out here. I feel like I can't complain much. I live in Florida. So it's cold, it's gloomy, but it ain't below zero. Some of y'all out here freezing all the way to death. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and knock this video out and I'm going to watch some Detroit Lions handle some business over there. But in the meantime, it's taken me some time to get to the place where y'all wanted me to be, but now I'm ready. I'm ready to love. So go ahead, like the video, subscribe to my channel. We're going to talk about Ready to Love, new season, new singles, season 9, episode 1. Ready to love, y'all. So yeah. We got a new format. I'm kind of feeling it. Some adjustments have been made, much needed adjustments. We got fewer singles. I like that because it's very frustrating when you got 47 people walking in the door and trying to figure out who likes who. I would imagine even, that's kind of like being at the club. I can walk in there and don't talk to no damn body. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of pressure. But when there's only 5 people, then of course we can mingle a little bit, talk a little bit, and I can figure out a game plan. You know why? Because this is a game show. Let's don't forget it. Love and all that. Yeah, I suppose. But at the end of the day, somebody gets voted off the island. And that's my favorite part. Anyway, what else is new? Immunity. I like immunity. You know why? Because immunity in the beginning can be one thing, but it can also shake up some alliances because that's going to happen. So as soon as alliances start happening, that immunity is going to be interesting. I hope they keep it. And there's games. And I think, you know what? I like the game. There should be more games. So these people are not just sitting somewhere at a restaurant with a plate of food that they not eating, talking about what kind of future do you want? What's your 5-year plan? Let's just play some games. Make them do some activities, win some prizes. Let's make this game a real game. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's meet these people. Did I tell you to subscribe? If I didn't, can you go ahead and subscribe? Yeah, and like the video too. Anyway, let's meet the singles. So we got April. She's 42. She's dressed in feathers for some reason or another. I guess, girl, listen, she's a pharmacist or a pharmaceutical director. And I'm gonna say this, will y'all please put the same label under the people in the show as under their picture, because everybody's occupation is different than what it's saying on the TV show, and that makes it really weird. April. Her weave was too long for her edges. Let's just get that out of the way. She was an attractive woman, but she virtually had no edges and weave all the way down to her ass, and that just don't go together. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Let the creamy crack go. Let the creamy crack go. Grow that shit out natural. Find you a pretty wig, because there's plenty of them out there, and they all look way better than them light edges and that long ass hair. So we want to switch it around a little bit, April. Now let's call a thing, because if she's sitting up here on TV, ready to love, doused in feathers and light edges with the very long hair, I'm gonna go ahead and say something, because that's what I'm here to do, to just give you my opinion. And that might not be, she could talk about my edges, but it is what it is. Otherwise, I thought she was very nice, though. I thought she was nice. I feel like, unfortunately for April, they're gonna need to add some older guys to the mix, because a 42-year-old pharmacist really ain't here to play no games. But she seemingly is, so far coming across a very likable individual. She kind of fun. She kind of light, no drama. I liked her. LaRon is 32. He's a systems operations manager. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all be having these descriptions of jobs that I never. What is that? Let's just start there. What is a systems operations manager? Well, a systems operations manager monitors and ensures all systems and operations perform correctly during the company's daily activities. The systems operation manager's role is vital for a company as it makes sure that all processes are working efficiently and without any delay. Where at? Where at, LaRon? Where are you as an operations manager? Because it could be like McDonald's, it could be at, I don't know, some Fortune 500 company, Walmart. Like, I don't know. I need more. To be honest, it sounds like wife and mother. I feel like those are things that I do on a daily basis. I'm gonna start, instead of saying I'm somebody's wife or mother, I'll just go ahead and say I am a systems operations manager around the house, because that's what I do. He wants to build a family, so at least he's getting training for that. That's good. That's good. It seems like in his build a family resume, his actual job title might, make him a good candidate for, whatever it is y'all do over there. Only thing is with LaRon, he turns up Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Sunday, LaRon is somewhere drinking in the club. You know what goes on in the club, LaRon. Every day, every day. Sunday through Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Do you work on the weekends? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you work. I guess. Because how you work and turn up put Ron over here for a second, but he's only 31, so I'm gonna give him a pass for that. Maika, she's an esthetician. See how easy that is? She's an esthetician. I don't have to ask no questions. I know exactly what that is. She's a very well built esthetician, child. So I'm sure that, and I mean, pretty, and listen, the beauty industry, that all of the things that she got working for her are for sure gonna work in her favor. She's got 2 children and she's not really interested in having any more. I mean, she's 36, so I think she should look up. Like when I say up, I mean in age, to somebody 40 plus, maybe even 45 plus, that's not interested in having any more children. Because, these young niggas is out here wanting you to push them out still. Allegedly. Diamante. Diamante is a 43-year-old, a fashion stylist photographer, because there's 2 titles there for him. He showed up in an ill-fitting suit that was like very tight on his high ass booty, and it was very much giving me, how you doing? But I'm not gonna go into that too much. I'm just saying it wasn't Diamante. What's going on, bro? There was like teeth missing over there on the side. You're gonna have to regulate your smile. You can't be cheesing real hard if you got some missing units back there. He has 35 tattoos. He's tatted all over. And he said that the tattoos all have a meaning. Everybody says that. Everybody says how their tattoo has some great meaning. Probably not the first one. Asked about the first one. He don't know about none of his, I guess. The very one that's in his face that we see flat out, I don't know, all day, every day. That's the one he don't remember what that one is for. Get out of here, Diamante. Get a teeth fix. Will is 31. He's a real estate developer and he's a real estate development CEO. That's a big job, has something to do with, people purchasing property and, I don't know, he's 31, and if he's made some investments and some good investments, I need more, Will. I think it's a big title for a young man, so I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying, I just would like to hear more about that, how that, what you do. He also likes to rub on booty a lot, because I hear him saying something about rubbing booty in about 14 different times I've seen him. From Will, we'll call him Will I Am so we know which one we're talking about. We got Will I Am and we just got William. William is 37. He's a funny guy. He's a whole comedian. Actually, he's a comedian. He's a financial advisor. He's a National Guard. He's a chef. He's a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker. We don't know what the hell William is over there doing besides being kind of lame, actually. Like that nigga that sleeps on his homeboy's couch. Alexis. Alexis is a national sales operator or operations director. It's another title that Alexis, I'm not sure what you do. And then when you look it up, you really can't find much. She got a job though, she said. She also has an autoimmune disease. We gonna call it HS because I don't know what she said. So she eats clean. Okay, we find this out like she's on a little date with Will, her and Will. Okay, maybe not a date, but they're sitting at a table, like getting to know each other better. And she mentions the fact that she has an autoimmune disease. Well, let me back up. He asked her if she could cook. So they got on the subject of food, and her saying, yeah, she can cook because she has to eat clean because she has an autoimmune disease. Then she said she had to have all her sweat glands removed. And I was like, I feel like at this point, we're probably oversharing. I understand why she brought up her autoimmune because they were talking about food and it fit into the conversation, but you don't know this guy. Like you just met him a few minutes ago. And so, although this is a thing, I think it's a thing that you should probably save to talk about with people who, I don't know, that you know for real for longer than 5 minutes. But hey, girl, do your thing. I wouldn't have, like I said, but because, girl, we don't want to know about your surgeries. Um, Dominique is 35. He's an accountant, a realtor, an art studio owner, and an accountant curator. Yeah. I know he got a terrible haircut. I know I wish he would just cut that hair off the front of his head. I don't know why he holding on to it. Have you ever seen anybody with no hair on the back, no hair on the top, and then like a lot of hair on your forehead? Bruh, just let it go. Cut it off. Because it's given 45 instead of 35. Just be bald. The powers that be have decided that it's. He wants a large family because his grandfather had 22 children. Well, how many grandmamas do you have? Were they all the same? And who's pushing out 22 children? He wants 2 to 10 children of his own. That doesn't even make sense, 2 to 10. First of all, who's out here pushing out 10 children? And why is it that, like, the fact that your grandfather had 22 children, like, did he know all of them, Nick Cannon? Is that who's in your family tree? I don't know about Dominique. I wasn't. I'm not gonna trust no man whose haircut is on the front and not in the back. Like who has hair in the front, not in the back. It was, mm-mm. And he got 12 jobs that don't make sense. Okay, Dominique. Glenn is a teacher, too nervous to follow through. Take 1, I don't know. Take 2, let me try it again. Take 3, he's about to throw up. So he didn't come. So why are we talking about him? And I was like, that means the women will be so outnumbered. There's already more men than there is women. I feel like there's 5 guys and that, I mean, I'm just saying. So why is there less women than men? So these ladies can be fighting over somebody. Feel like there should have been like 8 men and 4 women. Just double the niggas because half of them got to go anyway. Ask Glenn. Kashia, she's 35. I don't know how to say her name, but until further notice, it's gonna be Kashia. She has 2 children, ages 15 and 10, and she's feeling the run. The run is the 31-year-old who likes to go out Wednesday through Sunday. She like him, honey. She leaned in to let him know. Lean in, girl. See what's going on over there with the run. Sound like some mess, but those are the singles that we met this week. So let's get into this new format. Kept me entertained. I'm just saying, like after a while, like watching people go from table to table, having half conversations just for them to come back and be like, there was so much more to that. Production just made me look crazy. I'm sure there's going to be still a lot more of that. I'm just saying the game was kind of fun. So the game is called Hot and Bothered. I don't know why these questions work so hot and bothered. I mean, change the name of the game. It should be called Let's Get to Know Ya, something that makes sense. So he's asking questions to the ladies. To the guys. That's the premise of the game. He asks guys questions to see how much they paid attention during these conversations. Now, I like that this game came very early on. Like, so it gives you the opportunity to eliminate the people who was really not, connecting. You know what I'm saying? It's real annoying when you talk to somebody and then they don't remember nothing you said. And so yeah, I like this game. Anyway, first question, who's a certified referee? Well, it's Alexis. Um, couple of them I think the only two names that came up was Alexis and Kashia. And I was like, do Kashia really give athletic though? Like she don't. You know what I'm saying? She just doesn't, like out of all of them, look like she would be a referee. And that's nothing negative to say about her because she just doesn't look athletic. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm judging. But hell, that's my job. So this person doesn't want any more children. Who? Maika said that. When I heard this question, I was like, so do men really want children? Because I don't think all of them do. Like this nigga Dominique talking about he want 2 to 10 kids. That doesn't sound to me like he's really thought about being a father. You just want to be laying seeds all over the place, like, because that's a stupid statement. Who do you know out here that's pushing out 10 kids still? And what does that look like? That would definitely have to be a woman who doesn't have a career. And all of these women do, because you can't really be having 10 children running around and go to work every day. I suppose you could. You might not live long though. So I would say when you out here in these little corners, in these tables, what do they call it, at these mixers with these men saying how bad they want a family, you might want to find out, what does that look like? Why do you want a family? Because I guarantee you, like half of them won't know. They won't have a real answer. And unless they have a real vision of what it's like to be a father, maybe you should, like, reassess the situation if that's what you're looking for. Or stick to your guns like Maika. Is that how you say her name? Yeah, Maika. Stick to your guns like her. I got 2, not having no more. So thank you, but no thank you. Next question. This woman makes every day pray with her. I wonder, what's her name? Let's get it out the way. Let's expose who it is. It's Koshia. Is that how you say her name? Koshia. I wonder if her behavior matches that requirement. Like, is she like, these women that lead with the Bible and stuff, and we got to pray it every day. I personally, I ain't trying to pray with everybody. I think prayer is intimate, and I might not want to pray with you, girl. So, how you living for me to bow my head down? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And for me, like, what do you mean? Say grace? Like, okay, if you're saying grace at the table, it's polite to bow my head. You know what I'm saying? But what are we praying about? That sounds like some made up shit. But Miss Lean In came with games. Y'all better keep an eye on her. So I keep calling her Lean In because she was having a little one-on-one with LeBron, and they were talking, and they were sitting like in a hot tub or something with their feet, well, her feet. She was sitting with her feet in the water, and they were getting to know each other better. And she leans over to him and thank you. Anyway, she leans over to him and was like, she said something like, "You have a deep voice. Did you know that?" And he was like, "Yeah, no." "Do you know why I did that?" He's like, "Because you want to kiss me?" She's like, "No, you seem like you have walls built up." Girl, it was a whole thing, child. And for me, it was kind of awkward. I was like, "What are you doing?" There's like a huge space in between them. You leaning over. Are you all right? Somebody thinks size does matter. Well, that's Maika. And I'm like, the size of what? His wallet or his willy? I suppose. Probably both. I want to know, they had to throw that one in there. She did not just discuss what these people like whether their Johnson was gonna be big enough to satisfy her. I feel like y'all, is this supposed to be the hot and bothered part? Not really. It's corny. She gonna have to wait until the next batch. I don't know that anybody over here is carrying a big willy and a big wallet based on these job descriptions. I'm just saying. We find out that April is looking for a man that shaves his crotch. That should be easy to, like, eliminate from the pack. For Christ's sake, raise your hand if you shave your crotch. Everybody that don't, move out of the way. Who got flued out just to sit in the car and be ignored? Well, that was Maika. Micah, how well did you know this person that flew you out? Like, I feel like flued out is not a new thing, ladies. I know y'all think y'all invented that shit, but bitches been getting flued out for a long time. I just want to know, like, who was this person? Because from the flued out crew that I have, run across in my lifetime, usually they kind of know this person. Like, y'all, that's the problem. Don't get flued out with a stranger. You lucky all that happened was you got to sit in the car while he got a facial. That's weird. Child, I'm not flying somewhere to meet somebody that I'm not comfortable with. So maybe you should have got to know this person a little bit better, Maika. So what I didn't mention was the winner of the game gets immunity. So right now, game over. Dominique came out on top with 7, followed by LeBron with 6. Will got 3, DeMonte got 1, and William got 2. Will that got 3, Will.I.am William. I don't know. I figure DeMonte was walking around talking about himself the whole time. So maybe that's why he doesn't remember anything about them, because he was too busy talking about him. And William, I think William is too busy trying to remember the lies that comes out of his mouth, because I don't believe shit that comes out of his mouth. He just sitting up here doing too damn much lying. He funny, all right. He funny looking, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, now we're gonna get in these two little date situations. Well, 2 people, conversations. William and Alexis have a little chat. He asked if she wants children. She said yes, she definitely wants children, and he wants to know how she feels about a man that already has children. And she's like, pretty much honestly, like, she's only 32. So for her, she's like, I would prefer a man who doesn't have children, but it depends on the circumstances and how many baby mamas are involved. Now he want to get, here he goes, going straight for the lies. William has hypothetical children and 2 hypothetical baby mothers. He's got 3 boys, and maybe, maybe not, because we're all talking about situations that are hypothetical. Is it a problem that he's got 2 baby mamas and 3 boys? She said it's a no for her, but girl, it should be a problem because these are hypothetical children and baby mamas. I'm just saying. She don't like those circumstances, William. So plus her daddy said don't trust nobody without facial hair. And even though your facial hair is there, it's kind of scraggly. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, I'm self-eliminating. If I walked in that group, I'm gonna be like, maybe I'll wait on the next batch, but based on what I see in front of me, I don't see nothing there that I would be, interested in. But I'm grown as hell, and these are all young people. Keisha, not Keisha, there ain't no Keishas. Koshia and Will.I.am have a little sit down. Koshia said she got married to this man, and she found out after they were married that he had 4 children. Child. She should lean back a little bit. See, that's what happened when you lean in. You lean in, and then you realize you don't know this nigga how you thought you did. So her husband had 4 children that she didn't even know about. And Will.I.am said, well, damn, how good was the ding-a-ling? And I'm dead. I mean, it was the rewind for me. He said, damn. And it was the dingling. It had to be. It had to be the dingling, will.i.am, because why else would she not know? Did she not? I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Lean back, little girl. Figure out some things first. Who's out here hiding? I mean, what kind of person is attached to the man that lies about having 4 children and you already matrimonied him? Anyway, she didn't like will.i.am's little comment. She felt disrespected, I guess. It was kind of funny, but I have kind of a weird sense of humor. And I mean, if I'm gonna be out here telling that ridiculous story, I should be prepared for somebody to respond in a way that's like, what the will.i.am said, I'm sorry, I mean hurt your feelings. Look, let me get your Instagram so we can at least keep up with each other, get to know, say hey, whatever. And he's pretty much clear, like, she ain't for me, she ain't feeling me. But it was on some don't no hard feelings type things. Girl, calm down. will.i.am, dismiss yourself. She don't want to give you her information. Maika and Dominique. I already told y'all, Dominique could go based on his haircut alone, but Maika seems to like a girl, so do your thing. She doesn't mind her hair, his hairline. She actually says he's a standout. He's standing out, that part's for sure. They sitting here having some deep conversation, child. They got real deep about do you want to have sex before or after marriage? Go straight to smashing. Maika, that's how you ended up out in the parking lot, girl. Leave the sex off the table. They looking at your body. They want to have sex with you. Don't worry about that. You ain't even got to bring it up. Now, April is sitting with Diamante having a conversation. Diamante is like, giving her the gist of like where he lives, and he stays in an apartment because, he out here in these streets like adulting and things. And when you're adulting, you working on getting your credit cleaned up and get the fuck out of here. Diamante, why are you here? When you need to be getting your credit cleaned up, you don't need to be on no dating program. You need to be on your second job, working on getting your credit cleaned up, or any job, because the stylist thing, I don't know. He said that he's done 7 fashion shows, or as what? Are you a designer? Are you a photographer? What are you doing at a fashion show? Showing the designer how to style their shit? I don't know. 7 doesn't seem like a whole lot to have on your resume either, Demonte. Go work on your credit. He better go to that pharmacy where she work out and fill out an application. April, see if Walgreens is hiring. Shoot. Koshia and William. Koshia is on all the dates. I feel like I saw all her dates. She's on a date with William, the comedian, the funny guy that dresses funny with his friend's tennis shoes on. He looked like somebody who don't work, and he stay at his friend's house on the couch because he got them 3 kids over there. He may or may not be. Maybe he dodging child support, and when you're a comedian, that ain't like a steady income. I'm judging this man. I should not talk about his child support. I'm just saying he looks like he sleeps on his friend's couch, and that he borrowed his shoes to come over here and be on this show. That's my opinion. Sorry, I'm feeling some type of way today. I think it's just because he lies. It bothers me because she asked him, what is his goal? You're a comedian, like, what's your goal? Because, yeah, that's a career that you probably need to be solo. You probably are not ready to love when you're pursuing a career as a comedian, because first of all, it's not, you got to work very hard in order to get to the point where you're making money. Okay. Well, it requires, whether you're making money or not, to be gone away all the time. I feel like comedians don't never be home. They always be somewhere working if they're successful. And if you're I never heard of him until now, so I'm not gonna say, I don't know. He can't be as famous as Red because Red is the king of Dallas. So everybody knows Red, and so I don't know if he knows this guy, but he ain't more famous than Red. That much I do know. So yeah, she asked him what is his goal. He said his goal is to be respected and well known as a comedian, funny, and he wants to leave a legacy for his great grandchildren. See how you ain't answer shit. What is your plan, homeboy? What is it that you want to? What's the goal? What's the end game? His goal seems to be just as hypothetical as his children and his baby mamas. She asked, he said something like he wanted to have a gun safety course or something, gun range for African American women to be able to defend themselves. That don't even sound like a good business plan. You're gonna open a gun range and then cut out everyone. This is not something that us of African American women, we don't need to be exclusive here. We just want to be included here. Like, what kind of business model is that? I want only Black women to come over here and um, learn gun safety. Jesus. She asked him, like, so, all right, that sounds like a cool idea. So, what is your plan? And he's like, I got a friend that owns a gun store. Cool. Lucky for her, Tommy came to steal her away so they could go over here and talk about these clowns. So they're in a deliberation and they're giving out their top picks. I mean, there's only five, and I personally think, there's more to come. So just settle down a little bit, settle down. The ladies love Dominique. It must be that haircut. Like, clearly there's something wrong with me because they like this guy and he's got 5 jobs. Just saying. And he wants 2 to 10 children. And his suit is kind of tight. But y'all, like what you like. I'm, just over here being opinionated. Alexis like will.i.am, but she said she wanted something chocolate. First, she says she don't care, but I have a feeling she kind of like chocolate a little bit. It's okay. will.i.am is not a bad looking guy, and if he's over here doing the things like he claims to be doing in real estate, then it may be a good match. Plus, her job is equally evasive in terms of we don't know what she do either. So let them people live their life over there. The ladies don't really like him that much, though. The rest of the ladies said he was thirsty and touchy, and they wasn't feeling him. So that's fine. Koshia says she likes LeBron. I feel like you have children that are 10 and 15. What you gonna do? Bring LeBron over there to play PlayStation with them because he is very much not very mature. And I feel like at her age, you need a grown-ass man, not somebody that's spending Sunday through Wednesday out here in these streets, booty shaking in the club, having cocktails and things, getting chubby. Because he's an operations systems manager. I'm not making fun of these people's job. I just don't know what the shit they do. So I have to make it up for myself. Um, so who are they not connected to? Alexa says she's just not very connected to LeBron. Some about him she wasn't feeling. And when she said that, Koisha said she wanted to jump across that table and snatch her out by the curls. And I'm like, well, that's a lot. We just met him today. And honestly, I feel like Koshia might have something against Alexis. I don't know why, but all the other ladies said they didn't want feeling him either. They said he'd be at the club too much. One girl said he don't have time to exercise, and she was like, "Your ass be out drinking all the time, so you definitely got time to exercise." So all the other ladies had something, but she's the only one that she wanted to snatch her ass up about. They said William is unstable and goofy. They said, he over here with all these jobs and he ain't really doing shit. And I said the same thing. Think people stupid. Will, we know you don't work. Are you funny besides the outfit you got on? And they said Diamante is the same too. This man said his credit is bad and ain't none of them willing to mess with that. Besides the teeth too. Like y'all didn't say it, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. This man has missing teeth. So they sent his ass home. I think it was, that stupid suit. Plus the fact that he was giving off a little, maybe not. That's kind of what I was feeling. Um, Y'all, next week, what's happening next week? Next week, there's new singles. Um, we see Miss Koshia over here piping up. That's what she do. Her and Alexis gonna have another little moment, but Alexis is a referee, so I guess she's a little bitty thing, but she ain't a punk because she said we can do it. And then there's other people that we haven't had a chance to get to know. So y'all like the video, subscribe to my channel. We'll be back for this new season of Ready to. Bye, y'all.